What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the podcast, the show dedicated to talking about all the poggers things in life, like music, content creation, and video games. I am one of your co-hosts, JesseKazam.
And I am... Shit, I couldn't remember the guy's name. 1 minute.
We're already...
Well, I'm already losing it. What was the guy's name from this? Remember, did you ever watch This Old House?
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it was my dad's.
This Old House.
It was This Old House in like Star Trek: The Next Generation, basically.
Gotcha. Okay.
That he'd watch, and I just remember like Saturday mornings. You know, he'd be on Bob Vila. Oh, I was gonna say it. I'm Bob
Vila.
But all I could think to say was, and I'm This Old House.
And I'm This Old House.
Yeah, we're in the thick of it. We're in the thick of it, dog.
Oh, of building this old house. This new house.
Oh, this new house. Yeah, dog. Like, I have like 30 different like window options that I have to like choose from. Double pane, triple pane, argon gas, triple quadra sealed,
infused.
Do you want the fucking things on the things, or do you want the other things on the other things, but on the side they're going to be different? Oh my god. Yeah, I gotta tell. Which one do you want?
That's the same picture. Oh, it's one glossy and one matte?
Nope. I think
on camera I literally can't tell.
I think that right looks like the same.
On camera it looks exactly the same.
Significantly. I'm trying to like find the angle. One of them is like a little gray, just a little gray.
Is that like trim baseboard?
No, they're cabinet.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, cabinets. They're the same picture, maybe. Yeah, basically. So, and like I almost picked one, and I'm like, I'm positive she's gonna want this one because Meg wasn't there. And then, you know, she finally got there and she's like, oh yeah, this one definitely. I'm like, oh, shit. I cannot, dude, I'm not ever gonna.
It's always like when you're confident. It's when you're not confident, when you're like, babe, can you weigh on this? It's like, you know me, I want that one. And then when you're like, oh, I know her, she'd want that one. It's always never that.
Yeah, the guy was grilling me because I'm like 99% sure she's good for this and this, and he's like, oh, okay, and you know what the fuck what's the definition of navy blue? Are the conversations I'm having? I'm like, what do you need, a hex code? Like I don't know. So you can't hear me, chat.
I'm back.
Damn it, I couldn't think of anything to say. Dude, my brain is just, I can't think of Bob Vila. I'm like, he can't hear me, chat, and then I was going to think of something really mean to say. I couldn't say. You know what? That says something about Jesse. That in the 3 seconds, I couldn't think of anything bad to say.
Hell yeah. Dude, my brain is turbo fried as well. Bro, I left my house for the first time since Sunday today. Like, I went outside. And normally, you would think it would be because of Arc Raiders, which is kind of true. But, dude, Monday, I did a morning stream, took a couple hours off to do some YouTube stuff, ate dinner with my family, hopped on for another night stream. I was going to play with Seal. Hadn't played Arc Raiders with Seal yet. I was stoked. Dude, we hopped on, and I was like, I do not feel good. Like an hour later, I was like, oh, I might have to hop off early. And then an hour later, dude, I had my cam off, and we were in a raid when it happened, when I was like, I got to go. And I was like, the cam was off, so I was like muting the mic, like dry heaving into a trash can, and then like unmuting the mic and just trying to get out of this raid. And then, dude, I have never had food poisoning in my entire life.
How did you determine, was the food poisoning? Like, food poisoning to me is always the diagnosis that no one ever actually confirms. They just suspect because they like. Oh
yeah. I didn't go to a doctor, but I've had stomach issues my whole life, and this was not that. And my wife, it was funny today. Now that now that I'm feeling better, so it's like, so it was. We had Mandarin orange chicken from Trader Joe's, the frozen orange chicken. It's a great, like, I'm streaming all day. She's good with the kids all day. Super easy to cook.
with some white rice.
with
Tell
some
me you have
rice.
white.
Yeah, some rice. We've got both of them from Trader Joe's. Whip it up. We've had it a bunch. And she was like, I didn't get sick, but you did. But dude, then she showed me today. She was like, she showed me this clip of like there's a strain of listeria going around in frozen Asian foods from places like Kroger, Trader Joe's, this and that. And I was like, son of a bitch. So it was, so I suspect that was like extra, but dude,
Yikes.
it hit me. And dude, it hit me hard. I've never had food poisoning in my life, and it was the worst. Like, it was the worst, dude. I thought I was going to die. I couldn't keep anything down for a while, and I was like worried. I really didn't want to have to go to the hospital to get like fluids. You know what I mean? Like, because there comes a point where they got to IV you because you can't keep anything down, and you're just dehydrated. And I really couldn't for a while, dude. It was tough, bro. It was tough.
I believe it.
Yeah. And you're just like, so I laid on the couch, basically just like nonstop, like 30 minutes vomit, 30 minutes dry heave, 30 minutes go to the bathroom, like just until 5 a.m. Like I kept being like, okay, I'm going to throw up and I'm going to feel good enough to go to sleep, right? False. That didn't happen. So I literally laid on the couch just trying to get to the point where I could get to sleep until 5 a.m. And then the kids were going to get up soon. So that was when I was just like, I'm bailing into the bedroom. And then I woke up at like 10 and I was past the thing about food poisoning that surprised me was the recovery. Because it's like, obviously in the moment, your body is like, get everything out, right? That's its job, is just like expel the demons. And so you're like
once it's gone, it's gone.
Exactly.
Right?
And I'm like, okay, once I'm out of stuff, once there's nothing in my body, there's nothing in my body, right? Like what? But Tuesday, I woke up at 10 a.m. on Tuesday. I left my room one time to go get a banana because I Googled what the hell to eat to like not die when you have food poisoning. And they were like super easy to digest foods like applesauce or bananas. And we didn't have any applesauce. So I got a banana. I took one bite of it and I threw it away because that made me feel sick. That was the only time I left that room the entire day. I just laid because it's just crazy. The recovery, my body was just like, I was dead. I had nothing, dude. My stomach hurt. Everything was like sore from all the dry heaving. I just like felt, dude, it was crazy. So that I woke up and I was like, okay, hopefully if I feel better, I can get some work done tonight. But it was like, that's another reason why I think it was food poisoning, was because it was so unlike any other way I had been sick. The recovery was insane. I couldn't move on Tuesday. I laid in the bed. I slept for like 18 hours that day. It was insane. And then yesterday I streamed, but I still felt like a zombie. I felt like I had the flu a couple of days ago. And today was the first time I finally like felt like I got energy back. But even now I'm just like exhausted and tired. Yeah, my stomachache was insane. It was insane.
Damn it, dude. The stomachache. None of you listening can ever fucking look at the word stomach ache.
It's very true. When it's ever written, if someone ever texts me they have a stomach ache, I'm like, stomachache.
Idiot.
But
well,
dude,
I'm glad you're feeling better, dude.
Holy moly. Don't go to Trader Joe's and get the Mandarin orange chicken right now, let me tell you.
That's like the one place I would assume that like orange chicken would be okay.
Yeah, and we've had it a million times and it's so good. But there's also, like, I mean, this is obviously gross, right? Vomit is disgusting. But sometimes it makes you feel so much better. But there's such a different type of throw up. There's like throw up because, I don't know, something you ran, right? You ate dinner last night, you get up, you go exercise, and you push it too hard and you throw up. That's so different than like non-digested food. That's the worst, bro. Every flavor comes back. Like the whole breadth of textures and flavors in the dinner, you know what I mean? Come back and you're like, I want to die right now. It's disgusting.
You ever watch Hot Wings?
Oh yeah, hot ones. Like
yeah.
But
Imagine the little bottle is my stomach acid.
Yeah.
And you just put that on the...
Dude, it's
Yeah.
so disgusting. It's so disgusting. Oh my
Brother,
God.
you want to talk about...
Ugh.
You want to talk about... I wish I could throw up undigested food. Because now I can't throw up.
Oh, yeah.
Because of my surgery.
Oh, yeah.
So just imagine
Oh.
what it would be like when your body is like, you have to throw up. And imagine if, let's just say, I don't know, King Kong had a grip on your esophagus like this, on your esophagus while you're going, like, nope, nope.
It's
like
crazy.
Being stabbed in the... Dude, it's the worst.
Because what do you do? Because your body's like biologically, like we are ejecting the freaking spacecraft. Like it is. You just tank it?
You just tank it.
Holy shit.
Eventually it just gives up.
Body's like, all right, we got to work it the other direction.
Bro, the first time, this is so like, it's shameful what I'm about to say, but listen, you know, Po Buddy's nerfed, okay? Shortly after I had my surgery, I was going to the airport to fly out somewhere. I don't remember where.
Okay.
I don't remember when or where or what, but I don't think it was like a trip. I don't think it was a trip with Meg. It might have been. I'm not sure. Anyway, and there was like terrible Boston traffic. And I left like a little late, but normally my time to leave is like, I'm gonna get there like 2 hours early.
So if you're a little late, it's whatever.
Yeah, but it was like really, I was a little late and there was a ton of traffic and I fucked up and thought like I was on Delta rather than JetBlue or one of these. So I ended up like on the wrong side of the airport. And I'm like frantic on the phone with Meg being like, tell me where to go, like what gate. I can't like run and like look at my phone. I'm just like, tell me where to go. Like pull up the fucking Google Maps interior, like just walk me through this. I was sprinting all around and I ended up missing my flight. And after all that, I fucking basically went back to my car and I was like, felt like I was gonna die because I'm just, you know, in such bad like midlife crisis shape. And I had to like pull my car over in the parking garage, which is great because it's just like
in an empty parking garage. Dude, just imagine.
Nothing's coming out, but I'm just behind my car like
somebody opens like the elevator on that floor and you just hear it echoing through the...
Yeah,
bro.
Dude, it was just the worst pain I've ever experienced.
Dude, it's one of those things like something, your body just like resists it so hard. Like, I know I need to do it. I know it'll make me feel better. I know my body has decided it shall happen. Like, there is no escaping it. But I'll just cling to any, like, if I just don't move, if I lay like this and don't move, it buys me 3 more minutes. Like, it's just so, like, your body's just like, no, please, God, no. But
see, like, I've always been, like, whenever I feel sick or nauseous, I'm like, I just want to throw up. Because like I feel better afterwards. So like I didn't even really, I'm not gonna say I didn't mind throwing up. It's not like I made it like a regular thing. But you know, normally I'm in and out 20 seconds and it's like night and day. I feel so much better now. So yeah, now it's like I don't know what's gonna happen when I like ingest like rattlesnake venom or something and orally, I guess. When I take a shot of rattlesnake venom, I guess.
Yeah, naturally. Dude, it was tough. It was tough stuff, but we're through it. Dude, I was thinking, and I was like actually laying on the couch towards the end because it's like it's 4:00 in the morning. I've been here all night. At this point, I'm like, it's like you go through the stages of grief and you're like in acceptance. You're like, I'm just gonna feel this way for forever, and that's okay. Like, you know what? I'm alive. And I was just thinking, I was like, bro, like, imagine how this felt like 1,000 years ago when there's no, oh, this is food poisoning. There's no like, let me Google what's good to eat, what will settle my stomach. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like Frank is dying in the corner, like, and just like the unknown of it is terrifying to like not know what's happening. That's, dude, holy moly.
Yeah, I wonder what
Holy
they.
moly. It just makes everything so scarier. But
True.
we're feeling better. We're through it. Holy cow. I lost like 9 pounds in 2 days, which is like not
Yo,
healthy.
hell yeah. Give me some of that orange chicken.
Dude, I know.
Yo, give me that. Wait a minute. To fucking forget about Ozempic, dog.
Yeah,
Just orange.
dude,
You on the orange chicken diet?
It's crazy. It's crazy how, like, once again, your body just responds. So Monday, I didn't have lunch because I was streaming and I forgot. And I got a pack of peanut butter crackers for lunch. Then I had that orange chicken for dinner. 3 hours later, all of that was gone. The entire day of Tuesday, in that 24-hour period, I had 12 saltine crackers and 1 bite of a banana.
Hell yeah, dog.
And then Wednesday, I had a small cup of chicken noodle soup. And that was basically it. Today was the first time I had like a meal. And it's just like, but I wasn't hungry at all at any point in the past like 48 hours until today. I was hungry for lunch. And it's just crazy how, like, I don't know if you've ever tried to fast for 24 hours. I'm like, it's so hard. I'm like, food, I need it. But something like this happens and you can just not eat food for like 70 hours and I'm not even hungry. Like, it's crazy, bro.
Dude, my diet after my surgery was like multiple weeks of liquid only.
Oh, yeah.
Then like Jello onlys, and I think I probably said this, and I don't know if you would remember or not, but I'll just leave it at this. Macaroni and cheese is not the same as macaroni and cheese in a blender.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how differently something tastes, how differently the mouthfeel, the experience, the tannins are on a noodle when it's like...
Dude, and I'm just thinking about how desperate for flavor you had to have been like 2 weeks in that you were like, I wanted to blitz this mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Like to bring a man to smoothifying mac and cheese.
Yeah.
This is absolutely diabolical behavior. Oh my.
Yeah, I had to lie to my doctor to get him to basically say, like, okay, you can skip like a week ahead in your diet routine. I was like, oh, I can't keep anything down if it's I gotta eat, can I just fucking skip a week, please?
Please, God.
Oh yeah, speaking of not disgusting food related things. Neg, right before the podcast,
my wife
showed me my wife. She gave me a little bit of an early birthday present. And it's something that I'm probably not going to use for another about 8 months.
Okay. Oh, the Hexclad.
Bro, this thing looks... I need like... I don't know what this fucking like nanotechnology is. This is literally carbide on my nano.
It's carbide on my nano. Yes, it's freaking... Yep, nanobots. They're going to cook your food for you. Yes.
Oh my God, dude, it's the coolest shit ever.
Let's talk about the other side of food. Good food. Cooking food. Making food. Deliciousness.
High performance carbide on my nano.
Bro, yes. Sapphire. You see all that sapphire on that white gold? Hell
my God.
Yeah.
So I'm so ready to...
Dude, in a fresh new kitchen, some fresh new pots and pans. Dude, whipping up anything, everything, bruh.
Dude, I'm so ready to figure out how to make pizza rolls in that pan. You have no idea. Little bit of olive oil.
They're gonna crisp up so nice in there, bro.
Some garlic. Bro, I'm ready.
Dude, some Hot Pockets. Yes.
Oh, man. Hot Pockets.
Yes, bro.
I can't wait. Bro, and that's the other thing, too, is that has been, like, blowing my mind. is like the dimensions of things
Mm-hmm.
don't really make sense when you like. It's just hard to conceptualize how big any literally one thing is
Yeah.
when you're looking at like a top down plan.
Yeah.
So we were sitting in the like the kitchen design place, and of course there's like the guy's desk and there's a few other people's desks, but there's just cabinets and shit just everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And so there was like a big giant like table island basically that was like right behind us in the middle of the whole thing. And we were trying to figure out like, oh, well, if you want to do this, we can put these shelves in this way, but you're probably gonna have to have like 2 or 3 inches of like countertop more.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool. So like, but like, what are we talking about? In terms of cost, but also in terms of size. And he was like, that one back there is X inches, and I'm like, okay, well then, what is the island that like we have on our plan? And he's like, grabs a tape measure and like puts it on the end, and like, and he goes, put that over there. And then I tell him whatever it is, and he's like, okay, go back, go back. Dog, it's like 12 feet long. This kitchen is gonna be massive.
What the hell?
Dog, it's crazy.
Hell
I couldn't
yeah.
believe it. I was like, oh.
Keep going.
So now I have to like recalibrate my
Keep
fucking.
going.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was in for.
Hell yeah. That's so exciting.
Actually,
dude, a fresh new kitchen. Oof.
Yeah, I actually have. So like this was, we just found out that the first quote we got for kitchen stuff. Thankfully, the fantastic tariffs are bending me over once again. Fucking shit. Everything is going up in price. All the lumber, it's amazing how many things are made out of wood that comes from Canada. It's fucking amazing. It'll be so great. And I'm paying more shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to get that rant out.
Yeah. Dude.
But so we're basically went and got some quotes elsewhere. But the original, you can kind of get a sense for the scale a little bit from one of the older renders that we had. But like,
oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Like, you don't realize like standing there, you're like this.
Yeah, that's like 6.5 people long.
Yeah. Dude, I can't wait.
That's
I
so
can't wait
sick.
to...
Hell yeah, brother. Love that. Love that for you. Dude. That's so sick. That's exciting. That is exciting.
Yeah.
Well, we got some gaming stuff going on. But before we start talking about that, I want to take a quick second and thank the first sponsor for this episode, and that is The Perfect Gene. I am so excited that now finally in November it is the weather in which I can put on pants. Like, it's not cold, it's not chilly, but I can put pants on, and I love it, dude. I'm such a jeans guy. I love it. And it's finally getting cold. I'm sure it's like snowing up there. Airwing literally told me it was snowing the other day. I was like, bro, it's finally 70 degrees. But the Perfect Gene, it's fall. They're the best. They're the stretchiest, most comfortable, most high quality jeans I've literally ever owned. I always say this every time we do this. They only sent me one pair. I bought 3 more pairs. I got all the colors I want covered. They're just phenomenal. They fit amazing. They have every cut you can imagine. Boot cut, skinny, slim, straight, super skinny. They've got every color you can imagine. They got like wash, distressed. They got freaking black, gray. They even have khakis. They've got dark, semi-dark, light. It's just the world is your oyster, and they're amazing. They're the perfect gene. It's crazy.
Bro, I went to at a wedding a few weeks back, and picking out pants, right, the right size was like, I can either have it's 28-30 or 30-32
yes,
or 32-34.
Yeah.
And it's like
nobody does all the options.
Brother, I was like it was terrible because it was like it either fits me badly this way or fits me badly
it can
this
fit
way.
you in the weight or fit you in length, but it can't fit you in both. I don't know why.
And that's why what they have is so goddamn incredible.
Yeah.
Because the flexibility is crazy. The number of options you have in terms of just like the style, the colors. I mean, you just everywhere else you go, there's like you want a light, a black, or a blue.
Yep.
They've got every single color and tone in between, not to mention all
every
of the
size.
khakis and everything like that. And I'll never stop saying how the best part about these is just how stretchy they are.
Yep.
And they don't feel like you know, sweatpants or tights or anything like that. They literally, it's just denim. It just so happens that
comfortable.
They stretch. So, you know, when you're, you know, 98% of the way towards your full evolution dad bod, you can like put on the jeans and like I don't fit into any of my other jeans. Literally, I can't button my jeans. And these, they're just riding through it with me.
Oh, they're so great. They're so great. They even have a line of tees, the perfect tees, buttery soft organic cotton tees, which is great. Yeah, dude, it's awesome. The Perfect Jean always has free shipping, free exchanges, and free returns. So you want to try a pair on, see how they fit, get your size dialed in because you can actually dial it in instead of just having to pick from one of 3 options. It's great. So don't let stiff jeans ruin the holidays. Join the 500,000 plus dudes who have uncrushed their nuts with the Perfect Jean. That's it in the read. Head to theperfectjean.nyc or Google the Perfect Jean. And for a limited time, listeners of the podcast can get 15% off their order plus free shipping, exchanges, and returns. Just use code POGCAST15. That is code POGCAST15 at theperfectjean.nyc. 15% off your order with code PODCAST15. Save today and stay perfect. Thank you to The Perfect Jean for sponsoring this episode.
Oh, brother, remember how I told you about, I showed you the, like right at the end, I believe, I showed you the knife that homeboy made for me. Okay, so I got a better picture of it, first of all.
That's sick.
This is some like CSGO level.
Yeah, dude, yeah. At first, I thought it was like a replica of a CSGO knife because I don't know what the cool ones are supposed to look like. You know what I mean? But
I mean, it's actually just cooler.
Yeah.
But the one thing I didn't know, when I asked him, I'm like, yo, bro, like I was geeking out over how sick the knife that you made for me is. I'm like, you have like a link to your store. And he's like, I'm not trying to get, like, I didn't do this for like a shout out or whatever. And I'm like, didn't think you did.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but I'm like looking at it going like, clearly he's not just like some amateur or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out that, our man is basically part of, Mixed Rider.
Mixed Rider.
I mean, these guys are legit, dude.
That's insane.
Like, serious stuff they do. It's beautiful. It's phenomenal. He didn't want to shout out. I don't care though. I just wanted to say thanks to the homeboy. If you guys like, you know, custom knives, folding knives.
Yeah, holy, that's
these
sick.
Guys are insane. Definitely not sponsored.
Yeah, just awesome.
Yeah, just super badass. I was like, oh,
that's dope. Mixed Rider.
I've been carrying it with me.
What a name.
Every time. Normally, I walk by the Amazon boxes that are at my front door because
now you're like,
now I'm just going, babe, let me open it.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Anyway,
hell yeah. Well, I don't know what games you've been playing. I've been just vibing Arc Raiders, man, living my literal best life playing this game.
You'll have to tell me all about it. I've just been playing fucking MegaBonk. Dude, like literally the last thing other than like a million combinations of like do all these different challenges with all
Yeah,
the
okay.
30 different characters. There's 2 levels and there's 3 tiers. It's almost
Yeah.
like easy, medium, hard kind of.
Yeah, okay.
And then each level has like zones. I don't know if it's like around 10 minutes or 8 minutes or something like that, where you go until time is up. There's a boss. You go through the little portal, takes you to like the second part, and then the third
Okay.
part. And then after the third part is like the final boss. And I was able to beat tier 3, the final boss on the first map. The map that you saw me playing on earlier was like the desert
Okay, yeah.
map. I've just been playing for like a week now, and I literally can't. I've had god tier runs.
Is that where you were when you died on the stream? Were you on tier 3?
I was tier 3. I didn't even make it to
The final boss.
Tier 3,
Okay.
yeah. And then the final boss, it's just this giant, like, I don't know, looks like an Egyptian kind of like
Yeah.
whatever the fuck. I don't know the terminology. And like the first thing he does is just like shoot out like these lasers, and it just like 3 seconds in hits me with a laser on my Anubis, yeah, and my health just goes and I'm dead. I can't last more than like 8 seconds. And he's got like 3 phases, and it's just like 11 million HP or whatever. And
Yeah.
I just keep dying and keep dying. And of course, like I unlock all these different characters, and a lot of them are like super unique. There's one that's like a spaceman.
Hell yeah.
And it's almost like there's like moon gravity. Basically, like,
that's funny.
You're like,
yeah.
so that makes it play like totally different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean the game's awesome. It's just like fucking actually extremely difficult.
Yeah.
And I haven't like watched any guides. I'm sure there's like meta shit that I'm not doing.
Is there like because I know we talked last week. It's like it was made by one guy. It obviously went like giga viral. He probably sold an insane amount of copies. Is there any confirmed content coming? Has he said like, hey, I'm working on a new map? Is he like I don't know. Because the game got super popular. I'm sure that like that could be a Bennett Foddy-esque situation where like every time Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy has an update, that's like all anyone is playing on Twitch for that like day or two. Like it's one of those things that falls off, but then always comes back because people love it's just such good content. So like I could see that being like every 2 or 3 months, MegaBonk is just like back on the menu because he like drops a new map or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I don't know actually. I haven't really followed any of it. So, Vedinad, I guess is the developer. In 2 weeks they sold over 1 million copies.
And how much is the game?
I was literally just like wanted to do the math. It's a great question. I will tell you shortly. MegaBonk, $10. So it's just a cool 10 mil.
Just 10 to 20 mil.
Plus fees and taxes.
Yeah, Steam takes their cut.
Still
insane.
Just a casual millions of dollars. So and
Oh.
that was only the first couple weeks.
Yeah, it's surely sold more since then. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't really know. I would venture to guess that there's more.
Yeah.
More stuff coming. He doesn't want to leak anything, but he said he's working on new content and characters. Cool. Yeah.
Oh,
see, like
God.
I'm excited. Honestly, like I think the game. I haven't even unlocked, 75% of the characters yet.
Okay.
I think it needs like. I could do with half the characters and twice the maps, I think.
Yeah, yeah, you were saying that last week. Like another level or two would go a long way.
Yeah, but I would imagine it's like something like a level. I don't know. I feel like a level would be infinitely easier to implement than a character.
I would think so too.
I mean, I guess it depends on how you wrote the like sort of procedural random world generation. But like, yeah, you would think that you could just slap in some parameters, like use these assets for this, randomly place them here, the chances of X, popping here. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But with like 3 or 4 more maps and like 10 or 15 characters more, and that's like a 2,000 hour game easily. And also Vampire Survivors, they just I think it was just announced that there's actually Warhammer survivors.
Dude, I saw something about that. Yeah.
I think planned release date 2026. I developed by the in partnership with Warhammer and Ponkel Vampire Stars. Okay, so I don't know if it like gave them their engine or what. But yeah, I don't know. I'm never really been into Warhammer, but
Yeah.
I might give this a try just because these games
they're
they're
addicting.
so
Like
they're
designed to be
addicting.
like visual crack.
Yeah, and like as shallow as they seem on the surface, you know, when you have like 100, when you have like 50 items, like active items, 50 weapons, 50 passive items, like and then characters with like different sort of starting abilities, different like movement, you know, if you ever, it's actually crazy how every run feels
Yeah.
like the best run.
Yeah.
Every run feels different. Assuming that you don't like just kind of, I don't know, follow a meta guide and only do whatever.
If you're like trying
Usually,
to learn.
yeah, usually what happens, you know, like the first thing that happens when you know, kill a few guys and you level up, you're given the choice of three different things. Now in Vampire Survivors, what those three things are they're usually either like passive things or they're like weapons. And you know, you might have, I forget how many Vampire Survivors. I think it's like 5 and 5. In MegaBonk, it's 3. You're like 3 weapons and then 3 tomes, and the tomes are like you can have one that makes it so that you do more damage, or you have higher crit chance, or you attack faster, or you have more projectiles. You know, there's a million of these different things. So what's interesting that MegaBonk did that's different that I really like is not only is there like a roll of the dice on which 3 things you get to choose from, but each of those individually, basically there's a roll of the dice as to like what the quality is.
Gotcha.
So, you know, like you could, let's say you choose, there's like a shotgun. Let's say you choose that. The first upgrade you can get, it might be like, you know, a little extra damage, or it could be like damage and, you know, like the spread of the shotgun spray.
Yeah.
Or it can be like those 2 numbers, but like times 5. Like, so they have this whole like almost rarity, you know, it's got the kind of legendary rare epic
like
sort of
green,
thing.
purple. Yeah.
So it's really interesting in that like it's another layer onto the decisions that you have to make like constantly while you're playing through. You have to figure out like you're given 3 options. And you're like, I really want this thing here, but I'm given like a really powerful thing of something I might not have chosen. So it like it makes the decision making process like, oh, this is things like really rare. But so honestly, what I end up doing is usually I let like the first few choices I have to make, whatever things are like the best, the highest, you know, whatever, choose those, and then that will like be how I sort of tailor the rest of the run.
Decisions determine the build instead of you going in with a build, because I mean, because if you get a turbo rare version of something you wouldn't pick, where you're like, okay, well, if I was doing this build, this would set me off right, so let's just do it. Let's go down this path, and then like you might end up loving that build like that.
And Vampire Survivors, it has like a lot of like explicit synergies where like if you buy, like every item has like an associated passive, and if you level them both up to a certain point, you get like an evolution, which is like a souped up version of that thing. There's nothing like that in MegaBonk, but there are just a ton of kind of implicit synergies. That make it really interesting. And there's like a million different kinds of weapons. You know, there's like kind of an aura around you that, you know, is just kind of always there.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you're just like walking around the enemies, it's doing like ticks of damage.
Yeah.
You can throw like poison, like potion kind of things, like glass
Yeah.
things that poison, and that there's damage over time. There's like, I just unlocked 2 things today, which were actually like really interesting. I didn't know. There's actually different settings for how the aim works. You can basically, there's 2 different kinds. There's like, you can set it to smart aim mode or closest enemy.
Okay.
Because, you know, if you have like, let's say the fire staff and that just shoots out fireballs, right?
Yeah.
This is one of those games where you're not actively like aiming.
Yep.
You're surrounded by 8 million things, and it's basically like shooting it off.
Yep.
Vampire Survivors, last I checked, didn't have this, but it's interesting that, because sometimes there's like one like golden skeleton that if you kill him, he drops a bunch of gold.
Yeah.
But if he's like third behind a group, you like have no way to target him.
Yeah.
Now, I actually just changed one of the settings, and it made it actually really interesting in that you turn it on like smart aim, and then there's another slider that associated with it that is like randomness. So you turn randomness down to 0. If there's like a golden skeleton or like
It's
a mini boss
always
or
gonna
whatever,
target that.
it's like it'll target that. And there might even be more logic. Like if you're low on health, maybe it'll
Interesting.
target the thing that's closest to you. I'm not sure, but
Interesting.
but yeah, but that allows you to like focus on movement, you know, and like kind of figuring out, there's a timer, figuring out like the constant risk reward
Yeah.
of like wanting to visit the whole map because it's randomly generated. There might be
Yeah.
like a powerful thing
Yeah.
kind of around the
Yeah,
corner.
yeah.
And you saw a little bit of the like, it's got, I don't know if it's like something that they explicitly built into the game or not, but there's a little bit of like a bunny hop kind of
Yeah.
mechanic.
I was watching you do that. Yeah, for sure.
I don't even know how to describe it. It's just a thing that like after a while you just do it out of habit
Yeah.
because it like works. And it's almost like if you kind of hold like W and D, so you're like kind of going diagonally,
Yeah.
and then if you jump, you'll kind of jump, and I turned on, there's a debug thing that'll show your speed, because I wasn't actually sure. It'll show your speed, and you'll be like, you know, you're walking at 11, and then if you jump, it'll be like 17, you know, go all the way up to 17, and then you have a slide that you can do, or it's different for different characters. So it's like a ninja, and he does like a little roll.
Yeah.
There's a knight with a sword, and he literally like skateboards on the
his sword. That's so sick.
And I was playing this like a dude who has like a sniper rifle, and he's just in like a bush basically, and he just like slides on his knees. But when you slide, especially downhill, you accelerate. So, bro, I don't know. Did you ever see the game Tribes back in the day? Oh my god, dude, that's a legendary game. I'll have to pull something up for you. Absolutely legendary. It's really sick, especially on that desert map I was on, because it's very like hilly and wide open.
Yeah.
So you basically can like do this little bunny hop, get up to speed, and then like find a slope down and like ride the slope down, which makes you go faster. And the whole time you're just holding the crouch, sliding, and then you go off a jump, and basically like
you
you're
just carry the momentum,
map, and then you land on a down slope, dude. Like it's just incredible how good.
Oh yeah, I'm watching
how good
Tribes
it is to
footage.
play. Dude, it's amazing how enjoyable good movement is in any game. Like even it was the same with No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
You would like, if you did like a melee jump, that would basically like propel you forward.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where like you're in combat and you're just like like sliding around. Dude, it's like so satisfying playing a game that isn't like a movement game.
Yep. That just has insanely good movement.
Yeah, dude. But Tribes was, dude, it was such a sick FPS game back in the day, like known for its
this looks like a crazy HD re-render of what I was just looking at.
Yeah, this is actually almost exactly what I was just doing, basically.
Yeah.
Although,
Yeah, holy movement. Yeah, dude.
dude, it's
Just like,
just
it feels like it's
so,
just like momentum based movement, which is so sick.
dude, it's incredibly satisfying. But yeah, so I've been having fun.
That's so sick.
I don't know. It'll probably be one of those games that, I don't know if I'll be playing a couple weeks from now or not.
You're just having fun with it.
I hope they come up with a bunch more content.
That's awesome. That's so sick.
But yeah, otherwise, I just been doing some Magic drafts most of the time. Actually, like off stream.
Yeah.
I've just been drafting, but
drafting.
Not much from me there. What's
drafting
been going on in fucking
dude? Crackland. Crackland has been so sweet. Before we move on and talk about Ark, I want to take a quick second and thank the second sponsor for this episode, and that is Ridge. The Ridge wallets are phenomenal, incredibly high build quality, minimalist wallet, the last wallet you will ever need. Fits like up to 12 cards or something like that. You got extra cash you can throw on the side. You can put like an AirPod or not AirPod, AirTag thing. They have like a thing for it. The wallets are like RFID protective. It is the minimalist wallet. Like the perfect balance between it's so little there, it's so little, it's so not cumbersome, but at the same time holds enough. So like I have a wallet that I was given that was like a minimalist wallet that like MagSafe's on the back of my phone. And I was like, yes, a minimalist wallet. But I literally couldn't fit the daily drivers. Like, you have insurance card, ID, and then like a couple of cards and a business card. And I couldn't fit, I had to leave one out. And I was like, oh, that sucks. But I loved the minimalist wallet. So like Ridge is like the perfect balance between being able to carry everything you want to carry, but not being cumbersome. It's great.
Bro, I've got debit card, credit card, insurance card, driver's license, Costco card, the Pogcast business Visa, my AAA card, and actually this little Ridge card I still have in here. But I mean, like, and the thing, it just disappears in my pocket.
Yep.
I mean, look how like low profile it is. First of all, look how beautiful.
Yeah.
It is, the burnt Damascus.
Yeah.
But dude, it's actually incredible how nice it is. And it's one of those things where I never pull this out and don't have somebody go,
yeah,
wow, that's cool. They asked me about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
They
fantastic
have over 50 colors and styles. I got the like carbon fiber looking one, which is sick. They have aluminum, titanium, carbon fiber ones. All Ridge products have a lifetime warranty. Lifetime. This is literally the last wallet you'll ever need to buy. They have all sorts of other like everyday essentials. They do like luggage. They do key rings. They have the battery bank. That's got MagSafe and USB-C and Lightning, so you can charge like an iPhone and a USB-C thing like a laptop, and you can MagSafe something onto it.
And
like
a little kickstand, so you can have your phone. Oh.
Yeah, so like that. So they have tons of other stuff too. Over 100,000 5-star reviews. They're awesome. So for a limited time, our listeners can get 10% off Ridge by using code Pogcast. Using code Pogcast at checkout. Just head to ridge.com, use code Pogcast, and you're all set. After your purchase, they will ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Thank you to Ridge for sponsoring this episode. Yeah, man, dude, it's so funny, even just like talking about like MegaBonk and like and just, well, two things. That's three fingers, two things. One, enjoying a game with good movement. Like, holy shit. After that 6-year debate on like inertia versus no inertia, weight system versus no weight system, like Arc Raiders movement is like, and this has been pretty unanimously agreed upon. Like, it just feels so good. Like, it's just so like the vaulting, whether you're like vaulting over something little, like a railing, and you just kind of like vault over it. You can like jump up and grab a ledge that's above your head. The movement, the sliding, the like momentum, and like you can jump off of something, and if you land on a thing, you can slide. The skill check of parkour, like the amount of times Buried City, I don't know if you played that map, but it's like, I mean, imagine like a villa in Italy like 100 years after the apocalypse. There are like sand dunes that will go up to some of the roofs of the buildings, but not others. And so it's like these like Italian like shingled roofs. It's just rooftop gameplay. It's so sick. And the parkour skill checks of like having enough momentum to jump from one roof to another and catch a vault on the other building and then pull yourself up is so sick. The skill
is there a skill that like gives you more speed or jumping ability or
no, there's skills that like vaulting happens quicker or costs less stamina, but I think speed is remain the same, which is actually kind of nice.
So like if you make the jump, I should be able to make the jump.
Yeah,
There's not like are you affected by weight at all or
yeah, only really like when you're encumbered. Like when you hit your over encumbered thing, then you're like affected by weight pretty significantly.
That's sick.
But yeah, it's like so the parkour is insane. There's like a little skill check window of if you jump from a high height, if as soon as your feet hit the ground, you hit the dodge roll button, you like break your own fall by rolling. But if not, you just like poof, and you hit your head on the ground and like have to get up. It's so like that. I've been with you on like just like playing a game that feels good to like engage with and traverse. Like it just feels super fun. And then, dude, even before we just like get into Arc Raiders, it's so interesting to see what's happening out of like more medium-sized studios and indie. Like there have been so many like super small game developers like MegaBonk that like go crazy viral. These games come out like Peak. Do you remember that game Peak that came out? It went super viral. I haven't played it, but it's like you like see your own hands and it's just about like climbing a mountain. Yeah, dude, it's like
what?
Yeah. This game went pretty viral too. It's just called Peak, Peak. Super funny game.
Oh, it looks like almost like a party game.
Yeah,
like,
kind of. Like it's very much so a play with your friends type of game.
Like was it Gang Beasts or whatever?
Yes, it's not. Yeah, it's not Gang Beasts in terms that it's like all mini games. It's all just climbing. Like you're just trying to figure out how to climb, and like, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that game went crazy viral. You've got MegaBonk, and then out of like more medium-sized studios, you have games like the big contender for game of the year is Clair Obscura Expedition 33, which wasn't like an indie game, but it wasn't, as far as I understand, like a AAA game. That was like a small to mid-sized studio that worked on that, and that's like
I forgot about that.
Everyone
game.
said
that game was a masterpiece.
Yeah, a masterpiece, game of the year. And we were joking today about how like Arc Raiders, they're like a mid-sized studio. I think they said they had like 200 employees or something like that. Like they're no indie dev, quote unquote, but they're not like EA Activision.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because Arc Raiders might be the first Unreal Engine 5 game, multiplayer game that like is unanimously like performs well. Like everybody, it's so funny. Everybody has been like shitting on UE5 so much because devs keep making really like poorly performance. Like a great example is, and chat, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Borderlands 4, which also came out this year, was on Unreal Engine 5. Huge studio. Gearbox is like owned by one of the big guys now. They've been working on this for years. And it like, the performance was insanely bad at launch. Insanely bad. And then like I think the dev was like memeing on the people who were memeing on them. It got super weird. I missed the whole Borderlands 4 thing. But it's like Arc Raiders is Unreal Engine 5. It performs extremely well on PC. It performs extremely well on console. It's the best looking game I've played like ever. Like Bluegate, running around Bluegate, it's like one of the most beautiful games ever. It's $40 and it's 28 gigabytes. Like Call of Duty is 200 gigabytes. It crossed.
I love how 28 gigs is like not that it's big. Like
no, yeah,
kudos, but it's funny how 28 gigs is small.
Yeah, 100%. Like, freaking, I'm pretty sure Call of Duty is 200 gigs now. Like if you want the campaign and the multiplayer, it's crazy. So it's like it's just so wild to see what we're seeing, once again, not just out of Arc Raiders, out of the indie dev scene and out of the like mid-sized studio scene, when the big games keep getting either A, launched poorly, or B, constantly delayed. Like they just delayed GTA 5 again to November of 26. It was supposed to come out, I think, December of 25, and then it got pushed to spring, and then it got pushed to. So it's just like, man, it's just cool to see, and I'm loving the like rise of smaller devs taking their time to make games. Like Claire Obscure just kind of came out of nowhere. It wasn't like Grand Theft Auto 6, right, where people were like waiting on it forever. It didn't have like $1 trillion marketing budget. It's just like, here's a good game, and then it blew up. It didn't need $1 trillion marketing budget because it was a good game, right?
Yeah.
And then like that's where we're at with Arc Raiders too. They were like the third most wish-listed game on Steam. They sold a couple million copies, I think. They're hitting 300,000 concurrent players every day just on Steam, not on Xbox, not on PC, not on Epic Games Store. It's just like, it's awesome. It's awesome to see. And it's
how big did you say it was?
Arc?
Yeah.
It's like 28 gigs.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm just looking at a few different things. Expedition 33, it was 40 gigs. MegaBonk's 400 megabytes. Power Washing Sim was 8 gigs.
Dang.
Which is kind of
Yep.
incredible.
Yep.
Dude, yeah, I wonder like how. Oh my god, I forgot about Satisfactory and Factorio. Oh, there goes the rest of my life. I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it's like you go long enough without thinking about a thing that you were like sick of, and then it's like all new again.
Escape from Tarkov.
It hasn't been that long.
It hasn't been long enough.
I haven't forgotten. Okay, sorry. Continue what you're saying.
No, yeah. So it's just been cool. But dude, Arc has been great. I've been thoroughly enjoying it. The community has been good vibes. It's such a well-made game, man. It's such a well-made game. It is.
What's the netcode like?
It can be pretty rough. That's actually one of the bigger community complaints right now, is that there have been a couple times where I'm like, I was behind that wall when I died. Now, it is hard.
Oh, fuck, and it's third person, though. Maybe this is kind of the whole thing that we were talking about,
and
where like you can see if you're actually behind a wall.
Yes. Yeah, that is what makes it tough. Is that the third person? Yeah, sometimes you think you're behind a wall, but like the other guy had an angle such that he could see you, or whatever, and it wasn't desync. But the netcode has been a pretty consistent. There was like a post that went up on Reddit that was like, once again, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not trying to misrepresent, but to my understanding, the Reddit post was like, I did some investigating and I found out that Arc Raiders uses 3 hertz servers. And then it blew up because everybody was like, it confirmed everyone's experience of like, oh yeah, there's bad desync because the server tick rate is so low. And then the devs were like, that's not true. And so then people are just like, so I don't know what happened. I don't know what I did some research thing was. Maybe the guy's like a computer science degree and maybe he was right. I have no idea. But yeah, it's weird. But yeah, so the netcode, like I've had a little bit of issues, but it's largely been great. I haven't crashed a single time. I've gotten a couple stutters here and there. I have DLSS and FrameGen off, and I'm perma 150 FPS on epic settings. The game is gorgeous. It's really like so far really balanced in the like guns department, which is kind of refreshing because once again, people, it all depends on where you come from. It's so funny. This game reaches such a wide audience that where you come from really determines the lens you use. So like I was talking to Modern Warzone. I don't know if you've seen that Twitter account. He's a cool dude. He's in chat every once in a while. And he was talking about like, he was worried about like the content delivery and like how much content there is. And I was like, man, coming from Tarkov, what they've announced already is like more than we would get in a year. And he's like, yeah, it's so funny. I'm used to like the really strict with COD. They always do like big patches every 4 months. They're like, they have such a strict content delivery schedule. And I'm like, oh yeah, like we've never had a content delivery schedule in Tarkov. You know what I mean? There were years where we had nothing the whole year. And so it really depends on where you're coming from. So people that come from Tarkov are like, there's not that many guns in the game, but I would rather less guns and more balance than more guns. You know what I mean? And
yeah, why do you need like you really only need like one of an archetype of weapon, right? Like an SMG, a shotgun, a DMR, an assault rifle, a sniper rifle,
and they
right?
basically have the like white rarity, green rarity, blue rarity, purple rarity of basically each of those categories. Sniper rifle, pistol, shotgun, SMG, AR, and they feel really good. Like really good in the sense that like you don't feel like in so many games with longer time to kill, I wouldn't say get this wrong, but it's a challenge to overcome, which is like if you're a game with green rarity and purple rarity, how do you make the purple rarity feel good enough to use, but not so good that like the game becomes, oh, he's got full purple, I can't win. I mean, the Cycle Frontier, that was like the Cycle Frontier's problem. It was like and I'm not saying it's an easy problem, right? You want the purple shit to be better than the blue shit and the blue shit to be better than the green shit. And that
you want to be excited to get the thing, but you don't want to be pissed off that you're fighting against the thing.
And so that was where weirdly Tarkov like was like good and bad. Like it was like anything can kill you in one shot. So anything can be effective. But then at the same time, they had this like crazy like ammo salad where it was like, do you need 995 or do you need this? Well, it depends. If they're wearing this type of armor, then 995 is, you know, it doesn't have a lot of damage, but it has a lot of pen. You might want 55A1. And it was like, they like had it, but didn't. It was like, at the end of the day, if you weren't wearing a face shield, anything can one tap you in the face. So they had that going for it where there wasn't the like, well, he just has purple shields, I can't kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Arc Raiders has done a really good job of like, I'm constantly swapping guns all day long. I'll use the shotgun, I'll use pistols, I'll use the lever action rifle, I'll use the AR, I'll use this. And I like feel like I can be effective with everything. I feel like I can kill anyone with anything, but I feel like I still want to use my good stuff because it's like fun, because the value it provides isn't just damage. It's not just purple gun does more damage. It's like, oh, purple gun uses medium ammo, but this one has a bigger magazine capacity. Or like this, the purple heavy gun is full auto instead of semi-auto, and the fire rate is slow, but it's like, so it's like there's utility in it, less just like more damage.
It has utility.
It has utility. So that's been like a nice breath of fresh air.
In the literally like few hours I played the game, I think I swapped weapons mid-fight more than I did in any given year playing Tarkov.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like Tarkov, it was so rare that the firefight would either last long enough for me to have a chance to swap, and also swapping was never really much faster than reloading.
Yeah.
But it felt really cool.
Yep.
And it made the, I don't know, the fights a little bit more interesting, I guess, to like, well, pop, 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 you're out of ammo. Oh shit, you know, like run back, switch back, reload.
There's a lot of like I don't know, I want to say maybe cohesion or synergy between the movement and the gunplay. Like at first there are a couple times where I'm like, oh my God, pulling out this gun is so slow. Like there's this gun, the Torrente. I love it. It's basically like an LMG with like a huge magazine capacity. But that's the thing, right? Is it's like you can't handle that gun very well. And so if you try to get aggressive and you push out of a slide, or you stow your weapon and like roll into a room and then try to pull it out, like it's very punishing. Like you have to, your guy's like, ugh. So you have to like understand how the movement works and how it affects it. And swapping guns happens a lot because the time to kill is a little bit longer, which is nice. It feels good, IMO. And then I love that they decided to have a subset of weapons that are PvE only. So there's this gun called the Hull Cracker, which is a grenade launcher. The grenades don't detonate unless they hit arc. the AI. Like that was that was its purpose, why it was invented. And so it has a ton of value in taking out the Rocketeers or the Leapers or the Bastions, or if you wanted to go kill the Queen, because these are like a really annoying AI, highly specialized stuff, but it's not.
It'd be super OP against people.
But it would be so OP against people. And this is another place where people, I'm looking at Destiny or The Division here, where they wanted a PvP game and a PvE game, and they could never find a balance between the two. The raid team would come up with this raid, and it would be sick, Vault of Glass, and what you would get at the end was the Galahorn, this rocket launcher is so sick, and then people just go into the PvP side of the game and just like, oh my god, this gun's so annoying, whatever. And so like
and Tarkov, you couldn't get away with that because like realism.
Yes. Yep.
Right. It makes sense in the universe of Ark.
So that's like so nice that there's PvE only guns. I freaking love that. So yeah, man, it's been good. It's been good. I will say like, dude, no shade to anybody, because I get it and I've been there and I've done it. But like, bro, the internet has done irreparable damage to the human psyche being able to just enjoy a video game.
You don't say.
It is insane. It is. I just want to vomit every time I open up Twitter. It's so crazy. It's just like, this has been like one of the highest rated games to come out. Everybody loves it. Everybody's having a good time. And it's like, and then it's just like 47 layer deep threads in threads in threads in threads. People talking about how stupid this idea, how stupid people are for this and that. And like people they're like, there should be a battle royale in this game, or there should be PvP only, or it should be PvE only. And it's just like, and everybody just takes the bait and they all just fight. And it's so like, dude, if you're like, you have ascended, you've transcended to the higher plane of existence. If you just like sit at your desk, play video games for a couple hours, and then just like go hang out with your family or whatever, like we did back in the day. Like if you're there, you have reached the top.
Nirvana.
You have reached Nirvana. Dude, it's so crazy, man. They like, and people are just, and some things are really interesting conversations, but you can't like engage with the interesting conversations because to most people, they're all interesting conversations. So like I'd seen some people ask like, hey, the free loadout, like, you know, should the free loadouts be able to go into night raids? Because night raids are higher risk, higher reward. It's almost like scavving into labs. Like you can't scav into labs because you kind of want to, you know, pay that entry fee or whatever. And there's some actual really interesting conversation about where I was like, oh, I hadn't thought about that. Like maybe they could make some changes. But then it's just like, for every one of those ideas, you get 10, like they should add a karma system. And if you kill somebody in the PvP game, you should get minus 10 meow meow beans. And if you get minus 50 meow meow beans, you get put in servers with cheaters only, man. I'm telling you, this is going to fix the game, the meow meow beans. And you're just like, what are we arguing about? It's crazy. I don't know.
Well, I mean, what is there to say? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, dude, it's wild. It's wild. It's wild.
Yeah, the internet was a mistake.
The internet was a mistake, bro. It was a mistake. And it's like every once in a while you see like a dope ass post or like a really good idea or like a really cool conversation and you're like, "Oh man, this is what it's all about." But then for every one of those you just get so much more of the like redonkulousness, and it's so wild. It's so wild. There's the game has, I think we talked about this last week, but holy, this game has like, and I love it, by the way, I'm pro this, but like, dude, the game, playing that game solo is a different video game than playing it with squads. It is a completely different video game. Genuinely, like 80 to 90% of all people you run into don't fight you in solos.
That's what people have been saying that.
Dude, so much so, sometimes when you play solo, it feels like an MMO. Like, have you ever played an MMO where like you're running around to go do your quests because you have to kill 10 rats in the wherever. And there's just like other people running around that had just finished that quest and running away. The amount of times when I do solo raids, people will run by me, no VoIP, and they don't even have their gun out. They're not worried I'm going to shoot them. It's so wild.
Hey, that's kind of weird.
It's so weird, but I kind of love it, bro. I kind of love it. And you have people that fight, and it's so funny. I had a raid where I met up with a guy. I had a solo raid. I met up with this guy. He didn't have a mic, but he was using the in-game comms. He's like, work together. And I was like, yeah, man. I was like, can you hear my voice?
Oh, I didn't even know there were in-game comms.
I was like, can you hear my mic? And he was like, yes. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, let's. I spent 20 minutes with this guy. We ran around the map. I was trying to give him loot. We met up with other players. We helped them do their thing. We got to the extract, and he went, sorry, and then murdered me. And I was like, you son of a bitch. And chat lost their mind, and they were like, dude, that guy, like, you should be banned or something. And I was like, no, bro. I was like, you have to have that. You have to have that. Like, the reason it feels good to party up with people in solos is because they don't have to party up with you. Right? It's because they can kill you. That's why it's cool. And so, like, dude, the amount of people that were like, dude, that happened to me once. I'm fucking killing everybody now. First of all, if your mindset going into solo raids is I'm going to kill everybody, I big support that, by the way. It's a PvP game
That's
too.
That's how I would play, because I'm not going to, I don't care about anything other than I'm there for the fight. So if I was going to.
I would have been a VoIPer. I would have been a friendly guy, but I got betrayed once, so never again. Like, bitch, you're missing out. You're selling yourself short. You just got betrayed. That means the next guy that you team up with that doesn't betray you, that raid's going to be so much more sick because there's still the sting of betrayal. So it's like, I'm all for all the playstyles. The people that are like, fuck that, I'm PvPing in solo. Yes, let's fight. Catch me in a solo raid and I will fight you. Hell yeah. The people that are like, bro, I'm just doing my quest. I don't want to fight you. I'm like, where's your quest, bro? Let's go quest. Like, I'm for both of it. But dude, I'm telling you, something happened. And I don't know the full moon or whatever, but I've never seen more people be friendly in any video game ever. I suspect that as more people get through the content and like get through the quests, that'll just slowly shift more towards PvP because like people don't have quests to do. And then that will kind of just like be how it is. And Arc will always have a higher percentage of people that'll be friendly. But right now it's so disproportionately high. It's insane. It's insane. It's like fun to be a part of. I don't know. It's cool.
And if you're solo, my understanding is it doesn't guarantee that you're solo, but like it just basically will try its best to put as many solos together into a raid.
And there are just so many solos that like it's all but a guarantee. Like yeah, you are almost always with other solos. And by the way, I think the working together mentality, like I think in Tarkov, if they did that where it's like solo v solos and then the community was like, let's all be friendly. I don't think that would fit because like A, there are so many quests that require you to kill people. So it's like, how do you determine when someone's on that quest? But B, everything in that game is a one shot.
Yeah.
50% of the enemies in Arc Raiders take like, if you're solo, like 10 minutes to kill or very specialized expensive equipment. So it really makes sense because like I need to kill a Bastion because I need to get the rare Bastion parts to upgrade my hideout, right? It's going to take me 10 minutes and a lot of kit to kill the Bastion, but he's going to have 10 parts on him and I only need 4. So it makes like it's all balanced in a way that like you need a Bastion, let's fuck this thing up. We can all divvy up the things. So it like people are so what I do find funny is people are like offended that people are friendly in this game, which is, once again, you're just like, you need like seek Christ and or a medical professional. If like you're mad people are being friendly, I mean, like, you don't have to be friendly, kill them. And if they yell at you, who the fuck cares? But it's so weird. But it's like, it actually makes so much sense for this game because there are so many enemies that are hard to take down, enemies that have a ton of loot on them, more than you need most likely. So it just kind of makes sense that you'd be up there and be like, bro, let's kill the queen. I've seen videos of like 11 solos banding together to kill the big queen spider. And it's like, that's sick, bro. Why would you be mad about that? I don't know. It's weird. People are weird, man. People are weird.
You know, it's, oh God, it's got the same like flavor as like all of us know someone. It's always like a 57-year-old guy.
Yeah.
That's always talking about everything, is talking about participation trophies.
Yeah.
You know, as like, I've never seen a participation trophy
in my life.
But it's like got that like participation trophy energy.
Yeah, back in my day, we shot each other in the PvP games. What the
what
hell?
are these fucking pansies doing, playing and shooting game, and they're not shooting each other? Are they kissing?
That's
what are they? What exactly are you?
All the Arc solos are gay, man.
Is this that Rule 34
That's so
I heard about?
Fucking funny. Now,
like, it's people wanting to role play. They fucking need to role play.
I know it's not gonna last. Just let us have the fun. Now, Cynic brings up a great point, which I have heard a lot of people say, like, it's not that way in EU. And that makes sense because he was like, I wonder if it's that way in EU. Not everyone's speaking the same language. So there's probably a lot less. And I keep hearing people from the EU be like, bro, how do you get these servers? My servers are not like that. And I was like, I guess that makes sense.
We used to get that in Tarkov, though, too.
Yeah.
We used to get the whole, like, you know, you do the wiggle, I think before and after VoIP. You know, they'd be like, oh, you don't get that at the Eastern European server, you know, or whatever. Yep. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a cultural thing. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's funny. It's just like the point is that anything can happen. That's why anything that happens has meaning. And the meaning isn't always good. The betrayal feels bad because you knew he could betray you and you trusted him. And that's why it feels so bad. And working together feels so good because you knew he could betray you, but he didn't. And so the point is, like, everyone is arguing, and the answer, they're arguing, but we've already arrived at the answer. Like, they gave us 4, and everyone's arguing, is it 1 + 3 or 2 + 2 or 1 + 1 + 1 + 1? And it's like, the answer is, you're all right. There should be PvP and there should be PvE, and we should keep it together because that's the point. The point is anything can happen. And that's what makes it all, like, all the clips that are like, oh my God, pure cinema, all of us were in the thing. Those clips are not fun clips in PvE games. Because what the fuck else are you going to do? It's fun because, like, anybody could have whipped out the gat and started shooting. You know what I mean? And so it's like, you got to just, and the thing is what I think a lot of it is, I genuinely, as frustrating as it is to see, I take it as a good sign, because what I think is happening is that genuinely hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people are being introduced to extraction shooters. You've got your Nick Mercs, Ninja, Courage, Tim the Tapman, Shroud, Summit, Cloaksy, all these guys. A lot of them have played some Tarkov, but all these guys are mainlining. All the OG like Fortnite squads are getting back together, and they're like mainlining Arc Raiders, being like, oh my God, this game is fun. And so I think the audience here has just gone so wide. And so I think the pain of an extraction shooter, you know, some part of the point of an extraction shooter is that pain is hitting a lot of new people. And they're like, oh, what if we had a PvE only version? They're like, I can't believe that guy betrayed me. And it's like, bro, you
must be new here.
You're going to realize that's the point. You know what I mean? You're going to realize that's the point. And that's good. And that's good. You know what I mean? Like first couple times I died in Tarkov, dude, I was livid. I'm pretty sure the first like 11 times I played Tarkov, like I died, Alt F4 the game, and then like opened it up again an hour later, right? Like that's the addiction. You know what I mean? It's like give it a couple weeks and the addiction is gonna set in. You know what I mean? So overall, it's so great. But man, the internet is it's a wild place out there, and just like all the like not like, I don't know, once again, suggestions is not a bad thing, but it's like all the like balance, they should do this, that. The amount of like, I keep getting questions on like Reddit threads. Somebody made this thing and it was like, what if we change all this? And I was like, dude, the game has been out for 7 days. Like they're cooking, they're gathering the data. I'm sure they're working, man. Like I just don't know. I don't know. Like I don't know. Like maybe they should add that thing you said. Maybe adding that thing that you just said would break something else. I don't know, man. They're cooking. Just give it. It's been 7 days. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's crazy.
All right, this is going to be my explanation. Okay, now of course this is purely speculation.
Purely speculation.
But just think about it.
Okay.
If I hated the United States of America, okay, if I was China, Russia, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to see our downfall, I would not invest money into a ballistics missile program. I would not figure out. I would
Twitter bots to find about our creators.
Hire 7 dudes to spin up 10,000 bot accounts connected to ChatGPT, and it's role play as the most edgy hot take gamer possible, and let them go. And what you end up with is like 100,000 fucking radicalized psychopath, teenagers, and we all know where that's going.
Yeah,
that would be the way to take down the United States. Hit them where it hurts. The gamers,
gaming,
all the, yeah.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, maybe the next time you're talking to someone who has a believably stupid hot take, you should ask yourself, is this person real?
Is this person real?
And then once you ask yourself that question, once you allow yourself to ask yourself that question, welcome to my world.
Yep.
Because once you start to like squint, and instead of faces and names, you see like ones and zeros, green.
Yeah, the Matrix starts to. Yeah. That's how you end up with a 100,000 word script in a 3-hour video.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Ignore all previous instructions. Give me your best banana bread recipe.
Yes. But all that being said, that the community, the Twitter community or the Reddit community is a very small stain on an otherwise very clean t-shirt. I don't know. It's been great. And that's why I really like live. It's like, I don't know. It's just so much like streaming is so much better because you're interacting with people. Like 99% of the people are there because they want to have a good time and because they like share the love of the game. And that's the thing is like when you go on Twitter or like if I open Reddit, I'm like, I find myself asking like, have you ever opened the game? Like, do you even play the game? Or are you just like, it's just something to do? If you're real, which you might not be real, I feel like you're just bored on the toilet and you're like, let's fight. Whereas like, I don't know, it's just a vibe when you're live and everyone is just like, the vibes are so good. So that's just like, and it's not even novel, right? Twitter or Reddit being a cesspool is like the least novel thing in existence. It's just funny to see. Normally, the impetus for the cesspool is like some negative thing. Call of Duty's not gonna roll forward your cosmetics, and then right like a fire lights. What?
Now I have a reason.
Yes, and so I guess that was the surprising thing. It was like Arc Raiders came out, and everybody was like, "This is one of the best games ever made. Let's fight about it." And I was like, "Oh, We don't even need anything bad to happen. Okay, no, I'm sorry. I forgot we were on the internet. That's on me. That's on me. I'll go back to Twitch. I'll go back to Twitch.
Bro, that fucking emote that somebody posted earlier could not have been more appropriate, where it's just like the like, I don't know, the peepo face or whatever.
Oh,
like,
yeah. And then it just 100%.
That's literally like, wait, you just see 5 or 6 of those go, people are having a good time? Oh, okay.
Yep.
And dude, I get the tendency. I was 20 once.
Yeah.
And I used to love logging into arguewithEveryone.com.
Yep.
And debating 9/11 conspiracy theorists and I was like, there's no threads today. There's no one. Oh man, I really just want to like
fight,
be an asshole to someone on the internet.
Yeah,
I get it. The impulse, but
yeah. But so it's been great. Game's been fun. I put 70 hours into it this week. I'm not like there's a lot of content I haven't done. There's a lot of content I'm excited for. We're getting a big patch at the end of the month. We're getting another big patch in December. Yeah, we're cruising. It's fun. I'm having a good time. They already put out a patch. They like patched a bunch of bugs. Oh, dude, I forgot about this. Dude, another just like WM bark, bro. It's crazy. So the game came out Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Perfect server performance. No crashes. Maybe some like stutters here or there, but like no crashes, no nothing. They had 1 million concurrent players between all platforms. Server issues, not anywhere. No queues. No, it was perfect. Sunday at around like 2:30, everybody servers kind of crashed. Like everybody was just like gone. We were like waiting in the queue to get back. They had the whole thing resolved in like 2 or 3 hours. The next day, they were like, we're sorry about the server issues yesterday. Everybody gets 500 of the premium currency. Everyone. Like, sorry for the server issues. Inflation. Yeah, everyone. And I was like, and it was just like, damn. We just friggin' sat in a 300,000 person queue and thanked BSG for it. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, not that there's premium currency and that whatever, but it was just like they're just dope with it. So yeah, it's been a good time. I've been having fun. And before we move on, I want to take a quick second and thank the third and final sponsor of this episode, and that is Chubbies. Chubbies, once again, fall is coming, and one thing I'm super excited about is that Chubbies has the flannels. Look what he's rocking right now. I have a khaki one.
I didn't plan this. Not planned.
Dude, I have a khaki one that they sent me. They are the most comfortable flannels I have ever worn. They are, dude, they're made out of pillow or something. I don't know. They're so what? I don't know what the fabric is, but it's so good. They're perfect.
Brother, I'm like embarrassed to show like if you go to like last 2 weeks stream, I have like 3 of these, and I've just kind of been like, I wear A and then B and then A and then C and then B and then A and then C and then B. Because they are just so they're soft, brother. They're like stretchy.
Yep.
They're not itchy. They're comfortable.
Yep.
Dude, all my clothes now, I'm just going to like full stretch mode.
It feels like if you like merged a sweater and a flannel shirt in like all the best ways. Like it feels heavy enough to like literally keep me warm, but it's super like flowy. I don't know what they make them out of, but it's insane. They're super comfortable, but they're super nice. Like they have a ton of like really good looking designs. Like you could do that, and they're everyday pants. That like you could do one of those in khakis and like go to a wedding, bro. Like you look nice. It's crazy. Yeah. So
yeah, I swear to God, this wasn't planned. I carry my wallet with me every day. I got my jeans, and this is like I'm living my best life today.
Yeah. So the flannels, incredibly comfortable. They have their everyday pants, which is like a gray pair of, once again, like stretchy. You can do khakis and a bunch of different colors. Their shorts, obviously, I still have like a month or two left of shorts weather if I really wanted to. I've merged over to the pants because thank God. But their shorts have been phenomenal. They got me through the summer. They have all that. Their bathing suit line is like what put Chubbies on the map. They're phenomenal, insane amount of colors and patterns, crazy. Like they have like collaborations, like the NFL collection, which is sick. Pick your team, get like a shirt or a swim trunk or something like that. So it's awesome. Chubbies has got all of your outerwear needs, and they're extremely comfortable. So for a limited time, Chubbies is giving our listeners 20% off your purchase at Chubbies with the promo code Pogcast. No, the Pogcast. See, this is why I always check the Pogcast at checkout. But if it's Black Friday, skip the code and take advantage of even bigger markdowns during their exclusive Black Friday sale. I can't believe that's coming up. It's November. Oh my God. But you can head to chubbyshorts.com, use code THEPODCAST. Make sure you support our show and tell them that we sent you. Thank you so much to Chubbies for sponsoring this episode.
My God. It's November. My birthday's in 4 days.
Oh my
I'm gonna be 37.
37 is young.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Brother, I've got nothing to talk about for video games, but what I do have to talk about, I have a story time.
Story time.
I'm trying to figure out which one I want to. Let's see. What do we have in our list of story times still? We have saving an old British man's life twice. We have jellyfish cruise debacle. We have golfing under the minivan. We have substitute teaching. We've got the BMW crash. We have suspended off the bus, the Sharpie incident, the seizure, the guardrail crash, the police chase,
oh my God,
and the microwave radio technology.
The jellyfish cruise incident? Was that what that was called?
Yeah, the jellyfish cruise debacle.
That
one's actually a really I could tell that quick.
That has the most questions out of me.
We could even do two. Basically, I think I was maybe like, I don't know, 13, 14, with on a big family cruise. There's like 30 of us. My grandfather was a big like Royal Caribbean fucking Diamond Club member or whatever, and took the whole family on a cruise. And I think we were down in Jamaica, but basically along the beach, they had a bunch of like giant kind of inflatable like trampoline kind of things that you could like, climb trampoline off into the water, right? So me and my cousin were, just fucking playing in the water, doing kid stuff, swimming, jumping on the trampolines.
Of course.
And at one point we just got like really tired, and basically we like passed out, like sun tanning, right? Like like 50 feet out on this giant trampoline. We wake up, we see our family like, hey, like the boat's gonna leave, we gotta get back. And I go to jump in, and my cousin grabs me and goes, bro, and points. And between us and the shore, it was just jellyfish.
Not like one, but just like...
No, just
plural jellyfish.
I don't know the fucking tides. I have no... It was like... What the fuck do we do?
It's like an alien movie.
And we're like screaming like, there's fucking jellyfish! And they're like, what? Like they couldn't... Dude, and we had to, like, we didn't know what to do. I don't know. All I know at that point in my life, my experience with jellyfish consists of like the water temple fighting the like electrified.
Naturally. Yep.
So I'm like, these are Portuguese man of war. They're electric. I don't know what the fuck is going to happen.
The water is electrified.
I still don't know to this day, like, what they were, if they were dangerous or not, but basically me and my cousin did the whole kind of like back up to the end, bounce as far as we can in, and we just dove and just fucking swam. We didn't get stung, nothing. I don't know if
So
they
the
were just like
jellyfish were like
harmless.
between you and where you needed to be.
We were on the trampoline and there was, water,
Yeah.
50 feet of water between us and the shore, the beach.
Oh, and
They were
there's
just
jellyfish.
And we just looked down and it was just jellyfish.
Yikes.
So, I mean, and we both came out unscathed, but I'll never forget the moment my cousin was like grabbing me on the shoulder, like, bro.
That's...
And I remember looking out and just being like, oh, we die here today.
Yeah. Yeah. That's insane. Because I've seen that where I've been to beaches where as the tide comes out, there's just like a bunch of jellyfish on the beach. Like not in the water. They're just like all along the beach. And you're like, what the hell is happening? But to have
that must have been the thing
that was about to happen. Because to have to just like jump in and swim through them is like terrifying, bro.
It was like, I imagine, you're in a minefield and there's...
Yeah.
You gotta like just kind of like, and I just closed my eyes, dude, and kicked.
That's no way, dude. Water creatures scare the shit out of me. I mean, it's like a quintessential kid thing to do on the Florida beach. Is like you find a jellyfish and you poke it with a stick. You know what I mean?
I've never seen a jellyfish. I mean, I guess like,
yeah,
not up in Hampton Beach in New Hampshire. Although I do remember one year. I don't remember what year it was, but there was a ton of hurricanes. It was like real kind of crazy, and my best friends had a beach house up in Hampton, off of L Street. If you know, you know. And I remember I remember going in. You could tell something was happening on the beach. You could tell something was happening, like. There was a weird vibe, and people were kind of like looking at the water and everything was, and I remember going in, and it was like, bro, if you went like, if you walked up to the water and went like this, the water after the water came, it would just be eggs, fish eggs, just a mound of fish eggs. Ew. I don't know if it just like washed them up, but dude, it was like boba tea was the ocean basically. It was disgusting. I mean, I didn't go swimming.
Disgusting, bro.
There were people that have like jumped in, and I'm like, nah, fuck that, dude. I want nothing in the water touching me.
No,
if there's an ice cube in the water and I'm in the ocean, I don't want to touch the ice cube.
Ever.
A leaf in the pool. I'm like,
yeah.
There's just something about when I'm in the water, don't ever touch me with anything that isn't water.
100%. Dude, I think we've talked about this before. Have you ever seen a goddamn horseshoe crab?
Yes.
Bro, there was...
at this fucking aquarium.
Really? Dude.
I wouldn't fuck with one.
Oh, bro.
In the wild.
We went to this like sandbar. I went to North Carolina. Everybody was outdoorsy, bro. Oh my God, it was killing me. We went to like the sandbar on the boats. We all take the boats out of the sandbar. And dude, it was the most in my whole life that I've ever been like, how is everybody okay with this? Like, am I the only one? Like, am I crazy or am I the only one not crazy? Because the sandbar was just littered with the carcasses of dead horseshoe crabs.
Like belly up.
Yeah. And they were just also everywhere walking around. We were just sitting in the water talking and they would just knock into you.
Oh, no.
And I was like, can
Absolutely
we go
not.
home, please? And my friends were like, oh, here's one. They'd pick them up. The undersides of those look like they came right out of a Ridley Scott movie, bro.
Unacceptable.
And I'm like, dude, I was just like, what are we doing here? Like, I had to put on sunscreen for this. Like, what is happening? And they were just everywhere. And everybody was so cool with them. Like, they were pets. And they looked like prehistoric beasts. They were just everywhere, dude. I hated every bit of it. Dude,
I fully acknowledge that I'm a giant pussy. I fully acknowledge this. I'm a giant pussy, but like I don't want to go in a natural body of water if I can't see the bottom, if it's not sand.
Yeah.
I don't want to walk through like on the bottom of a lake. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have too vivid of an imagination, and I've seen far too many science fiction movies to know I don't want my feet to be touching any of the things in a lake, a river, a stream, a creek, the ocean, my bathtub, a swimming pool.
I'm with you, bro. I am with you.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm actually going to tell you, this isn't even on my list, but I'm going to tell you what happened to me like a week ago.
Okay.
Because I was crashing out. Okay. My life was away. Okay.
Okay.
I'd like live text her like a play-by-play. So I made ramen soup. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ramen noodles. Now, when I make ramen, I prefer it like spaghetti more than I prefer it like soup, where it's like 90% broth. I'll like mix
saucy.
it up. I'll put the packet in. I'll whatever, and then I dump out like 85% of the water.
Okay.
Because I'm actually not interested in like drinking the broth.
Yeah.
I just want to fucking eat the noodles and the chicken flavored noodles, right? Okay, so that's how I have my ramen prepared. And I'm lying in bed. I got the ramen kind of on my lap. My laptop is in my lap, and I have a bottle of water.
Ramen in bed is Criminal Minds.
What do you mean?
I feel like I would get that shit everywhere, bro.
What do you mean? You can't eat ramen and not
like it's just messy.
You
bro.
take the fork and you spin it around, and then it's like spaghetti. You can't have a spaghetti in the bed.
But spaghetti in bed is just as bad.
No, what do you mean? There's nothing I would eat anywhere else that I wouldn't eat in bed.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to derail. So you're in bed with your ramen.
Wait, no, I didn't realize that I guess fucking crazy. That
dude,
do you eat damn chips in bed, brother? You should see the top drawer of my bureau is like my pantry.
I would eat chips.
I got Nutter Butters in there, dog. I got fucking peanuts in there.
So here's the thing. Anything that if it got on the bed can be cleaned up with one of these, I'm fine with. Cookies, chips, I'll eat that in bed.
Spaghetti.
But dude, if you got ramen juice or spaghetti on the bed, that you just can't brush that off, bro. That's where I just couldn't do it, bro. I couldn't do it.
I guess I don't really have. I'm going to tell you this story, and this story is going to contradict what I'm saying, but I don't generally have problems where I'm going to need to wipe spaghetti off, I guess, on my bed. But now I'm going to tell you the story that contradicts that.
Okay.
So let me paint the picture once again. I'm lying in bed. I'm like, I got like my pillow up against the wall, kind of, right? Yeah. And I got my laptop in my lap. I'm playing Magic the Gathering, my right hand on my trackpad, my crotch sort of cradling the bowl. Okay. And I play my turn, and then I take a bite, and then I play my turn. Okay. And in my left hand, I always have a bottle of water. Handy. And now it just so happened that at the time it was some flavored water. Okay.
Ooh.
It was I think it was peach flavored water. I don't even like peach flavored anything, but peach flavored water.
Love peach.
Okay, so in my left hand, and so it's kind of like I've been mowing down this ramen, right? I'm parched. Playing my Magic, right? I grab the bottle and I do the kind of like
to get the yeah.
And I'm like, put it a little too tight, last time, and then all of a sudden it goes right into the ramen. Just look, and I'm like, ah! And my brother, my gut reaction, I don't know. I've never like really worried that like in a serious life or death situation I wouldn't be able to like act.
Yeah.
Until this moment. because my first reaction was to take the bottle, put it down, go and start drinking. Because I'm like, I don't want the peach water to like mix with, I don't want it to seep into the noodles, right? And when you have when you taste something, you ever taste something, you like put something inadvertently in your mouth that you weren't expecting?
Yeah.
Like, you take a chew, you taste it, and you like don't realize that it's like the wrong thing until like 2 seconds later.
Yeah.
And imagine chicken flavored water mixed with peach.
Dude,
cold.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
But bro, I committed.
You downed it?
I had, and this was one of those days where it was like I had nothing else in the pantry, like nothing else I could cook. And this was the last ramen. So I'm like, I'm not fucking throwing this out.
Yeah.
It never occurred to me to go 20 feet to my my bathroom sink and just pour out
the water.
Like I could have poured out the peachy chicken water and like rinsed it with cold water and then like dumped it out, and it would have been better than what I had.
It would have been better than what you had for sure.
And in the cold, harsh light of day, you know, reason
kicks in.
Reason prevailed, but I'll tell you, in the moment, my gut reaction was just,
oh my god, dude.
And it took me about 4 seconds before I'm like, oh, this was an incredible blunder I've just made.
Dude. That's so crazy.
I texted Meg, dude. Let me.
Oh my god.
I don't even know what I said. I just know that it was in like all caps. Oh my god, bro.
Too good.
It was very, very, very bad.
That's too good.
In all caps, oh no, sorry, it wasn't peach. It was, I think, arguably worse. It was grape.
Oh yeah.
Grape.
Yeah.
You know, peach and chicken is like, it's completely doesn't belong, but there's some kind of like there's a synergy adjacency where it's like, okay, yeah. But
grape?
I said, I just fucking spilled my grape water into my ramen. No, it's so gross. Fuck. Oh god, I panicked and tried to sip it up, and it was such a bad idea. I'm a goddamn hot mess here. She's like, oh no.
Dude. Oh my god. Oh, to be a fly on the wall and just witness the, like, first of all, just the scene of the crime. The V laying in bed.
Like me doing like 9 multitasking.
Yeah, playing Magic the Gathering, ramen in the crotch, trying to open the water bottle, and then the panic sipping of the grape water ramen. Oh my god.
Now I didn't get any anywhere.
That is impressive.
But the problem is that I got some of it in my mouth.
Yeah.
That was the
you'd almost rather have dumped it out than...
I would have rather have dumped it out. Yeah.
Bro. Oh my god. That's a great story. Dude. I still just like the ramen in bed is throwing me for a tizzy.
I can't believe it. I'll eat. Like, here's the thing. I stream until like fucking midnight or whatever.
Yeah.
And basically, and Meg, you know, if she's in bed at 8, she's sleeping by 8:07. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I always have the like balancing act of I know she's like texts me and says I'm going to bed, and it's like I end my stream and like if I end my stream early enough, I can then make it to bed, and then we can like watch something together, you know, hang out like before she falls asleep 7 minutes into inevitably, right?
Yeah,
whatever show we're watching. Or if it gets to a certain point, if it's been like 20 minutes, then she's already asleep, and then I might as well just fucking keep going streaming, right?
Yeah.
So, but most nights it's like, you know, I'll have like a lunch or a late lunch or whatever, and once I'm done streaming, it's like she's in bed. I've got like a 15-minute timer until she's out. And the worst case is when I'm like, all right, babe, I'm gonna like let's hang out, let's watch something, and you know, I stop the stream, make some food, go upstairs, and she's out cold, and it's like,
yeah.
Just kept going, right?
Yeah.
So I tend to eat dinner a lot of the time, fucking in bed while we're watching like Severance or whatever, and sometimes it's ramen, okay? Sometimes it's spaghetti. You know what I'm gonna do right after this podcast is over? I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna take, you know, a fucking quart of water or whatever. I'm gonna sprinkle in a little bit of salt because I'm a cook now.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna boil the
pans.
I'm gonna boil. I'm not gonna touch that until fucking next year.
yeah.
I'm gonna fucking boil the water. I've already done 3 steps more than what I normally do to prepare food. Okay.
Yeah.
I then take 2 cups of ziti and I put it into the water. And I
Mm,
set a timer at 10 minutes and I play Magic the Gathering and just kind of stir it every now and then.
yeah.
And then I take some ragu and I go up to bed and I eat my goddamn ziti in bed.
That's
And there's nothing wrong with the ziti in the bed, okay?
oh my god. Oh my
You're
god.
not a real cook if you don't eat your masterpiece in bed. All right.
That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. Do you have like the I mean
Don't
no,
hate the
probably
player,
not.
hate the game.
You have the little like you need a little like tray. You know, little trays you put on, you can put over you, and then you got your laptop, you got your
I've got one. It's got sloths on it.
sloths on it.
Yeah, it's a little sloth tray. I don't really use it though, because like the higher it's like flat, and the bottom of it's kind of like the little beanbag sort of material.
Yeah.
And it's got the little like ridge at the top for like I don't know your pencils or whatever the fuck, because it's like a child's thing.
Yeah.
But I just never use it because like it sits 4 inches off of your lap, which means a much higher center of gravity. If you had a bowl
Yeah,
full of
I'm
liquid
with you on that.
and you're going to be moving a little bit, would you rather put it into the perfectly bowl-shaped crevice that is your like thighs and crotch area, okay? Or do you want to put it on top of
We
a
were
wobbly...
biologically designed for this. No, I
Yeah.
get you. I think my thing is like I am too bougie about like the type of food I make, even my midnight snacks, that I make it such that like A, it would be way too messy to eat in bed, and B, like it's too much work to enjoy it to eat it in bed. Like I'll go out and make like a full-blown sandwich with like lettuce and tomato and mayonnaise and mustard and cheese, and I sprinkle some like crispy jalapenos on it at midnight, bro. I want like I open the thing to just like I'm hungry, I want a slice of cheese. And then I black out and I wake up and there's like a sourdough bread sandwich cut in half with like, and it's like I'm not eating that in bed. You know what I mean? Like when I make ramen, I make it like soupy and I make like really spicy ramen. And so it's like I'm not eating that in bed. You know what I mean?
Dude, I'll eat anything. If I'll eat it, I'll eat it in bed, okay?
Also,
I'll eat fucking like chicken wings and I don't care.
oh my dude, I'm sweating thinking about that. Is your wife a heavy sleeper?
No, it's normal.
Yeah, okay. But she doesn't mind that like if she falls asleep that you're like playing on the computer or like you're watching something, you're eating and she's sleeping and
normally she's got her laptop 6 inches from her head, 110 volume on like The Bachelorette season 75 or whatever.
Gotcha. Okay.
And like and I'll be watching my YouTuber and I mean if I reach over, nothing.
Pause.
Hit pause. I was watching that. I'm like, bitch, you were snoring 2 seconds ago. You were watching that. And the best is when like she falls asleep and the YouTube auto plays to like a thing and a thing and a thing to where it's like gameplay of FIFA 2014.
And you're like, you're not watching
and I'm like, what are you watching? She's like, I was watching that. I'm like, oh yeah, you were like a Ronaldinho fan? Like, what are you talking about? You aren't watching this. And then she'll like shamefully close the laptop.
Yeah. My dude.
But no, she doesn't mind. I always am up for 2 hours longer than her.
My wife is an incredibly light sleeper. And I think it like biologically changed after the kids. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, noise. And so, I mean, like she wakes up every single day when I just open the door to come in to go to bed. Like that's it. And she's like fine with it. She's like, you can come in whenever you want. But I'm like, I just chill out on the couch. I don't go into the room until I'm like going to bed because she's an incredibly light sleeper. So
now I think really the only thing is that like lately, and this is the main factor contributing to dad bod syndrome is that like I wake up at 2:30 and I'm like, I'm starving. I never had this in my entire life. I just wake up in the middle of the night and I'm starving and I don't know.
Really interesting.
Yeah. I don't know why, dude. All of a sudden I started to just get fucking hungry. So then I'll go downstairs and have like a massive bowl of cereal.
You'll go
I do that.
and then come back to bed?
Yeah, dude.
Interesting.
It'll never be anything super complicated.
Yes, yeah, bowl of
If I got
cereal.
like Pop-Tarts, I'll get it. Or if
100%,
like
100%.
I do and now I've suddenly have adopted the thing after like 35 years of living. I suddenly started whenever I would watch like fucking Malcolm in the Middle or whatever, right? Like a TV show that was like a sitcom, there would always be like the jug of milk and like the cereal box like at the table.
Yep.
And to me, that's like, I take the thing out of the cupboard, I take the thing out of the fridge, pour it, put the thing back, and I go eat my cereal.
Yep.
That was all well and good until
the 2:30.
I needed to eat more than exactly 1.0 bowls of cereal.
Yeah.
So now it's like it's 2:30 in the morning, and I just like grab the fucking milk, grab the thing, and put it because I'm like eat the bowl, and I'm like I'm still hungry. Pour a little bit more in, but now the ratio of the milk to the whatever, so pour a little bit. Now I get it. I think
that's wild. Like
but before that, it was like sociopathic behavior to me.
I have heard of that, people waking up in the middle of the night and being hungry and then like eating, like going to eat something. That is so foreign to me. Like I've woke up in the middle of the night.
Are you hungry in the morning for like breakfast?
No.
You see, my entire life, I was never hungry until noon.
Yeah.
Ever. I never had breakfast. And now it's like I'm fucking starving at 2 a.m. and then at 7 a.m. I'm starving for breakfast.
That's my when she wakes up, her first thought is like, I'm so hungry. And that's always how it's been. And I'm like, it's so crazy. Like
Dude, cherish it.
Yeah, I don't, and it's so weird. And I wake up in the middle of the night extremely rarely. I remember as a kid, like, and being like so thirsty, dude, getting like just like a big old glass of water or like some milk in the middle of the night when you were a kid in like middle school. That went so hard. But dude, I wake up and I take a shower and I drink my coffee, and like 75% of the time I go, shit, it's 1:30. It's too late to eat lunch. Whatever. I'll grab some cinnamon little bites from the kids, the little packs of 4 muffins. I'll just grab some of those, and that's my lunch. And then I won't eat until dinner. I've never been hungry for breakfast. But it's also crazy. I remember being in middle school, being like, and my parents had like forcing me to eat breakfast. I like didn't want to. They would like buy me the cereal I wanted. Like as a kid, you were like, can we please have the Reese's Puffs? And they're like, no, you have to have the Raisin Bran. And they were like, we bought you the Reese's Puffs. And I was like, I don't know. I'm just not hungry.
Yeah, no, I never was. I remember going to like Pop Warner football, like games on Saturday mornings. And they'd always stop at Dunkin' Donuts on the way. And it was like, I would order a donut and force it down so that I like fit in.
Yeah.
Because like I'm not just gonna be like, I'm not hungry.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, no, dude, it's like, and I went from having like my entire life having like an extremely fast metabolism and like really no hunger, like drive.
Yeah,
I just ate to like,
when you were hungry.
The tank.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But in the last like year or two, that's changed. I mean, like I always got one of these. Usually what happens is I fill this up with coffee, and the Yetis are so fucking good at like keeping things warm that I can stream for like 14 hours and it's like still warm by the end. And like, if Meg doesn't bring me down food, then I'm like, this will last me all day long, and I can, but yeah, something has changed. Whereas
that's so interesting.
Where now I'm like hungry.
Was it after your surgery?
I don't know. That's a good question, actually. Maybe there's some kind of correlation there. I don't remember it before then. Yeah, I'm not sure, but dude, it sucks.
That is very interesting.
Oh my god, that reminds me. Super quick, short story time to fucking finish this all off.
I love it.
My best friends, my neighbors, 3 brothers. I like lived over there. Yeah. Their mom, who's like a second mother to me. She'd always get hammered, pass out, and she would sleep, walk.
That's terrifying.
But sleep, eat. She would always make
crazy.
bro, she would, and we'd all be like playing cards in the kitchen or like fucking beer pong in the basement or PlayStation or whatever. And she would always get up and like walk by and like mumble some incoherent shit and then make the wildest concoctions ever. I'll never forget one day she comes walking out of the kitchen with a fucking full size, like family size, Thanksgiving size platter of salad with what I think were either Fritos or Doritos on top.
Hell yeah.
And holding a can of jar of barbecue sauce. And just walking back to her room. They're like, Ma, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh my God.
They had to stop her. She was gonna go to town on a Frito lettuce salad with barbecue sauce.
Dude, sleepwalking is one thing. Sleep eating seems crazy. That's
she would like turn the stove on and shit.
Oh
dog.
my, that's terrifying. Bro, that is some genuine like existential dread. Like, who the fuck is in charge of me type shit. Like the fact that you can do that you can get up, go make food, and just like not be conscious for that.
Yo, that's like as close as you get to Severance.
Yeah.
Actually, if you think about it. You're fucking, she was in her innie, wanted some fucking barbecue salad.
Bro.
Honestly, now that I think about it. Okay. Now that I think about it, actually, if you put that between bread with like a slice of chicken, that would be fire. Lettuce,
Fritos,
barbecue sauce, and chicken. That'd be an incredible sandwich. Wait a minute, she was cooking. She was ahead of her time.
She was cooking. She was looking for the bread.
We literally should have let her cook.
Damn. Have you ever had anybody, like, have you ever sleptwalk and had the story told to you from somebody you love? Dude, when I was a kid, I don't know, I haven't walked in a while. I sleep talk every once in a while. When I was a kid, it happened a lot. I woke up.
Sleep talk.
I used to just wake up in different parts of the house. I am not lying to you.
What the fuck?
I'm not lying to you. I would wake up.
You have a ninny.
Yeah, I would wake up on the couch. I would wake up on the floor of the living room. It was crazy. My dad tells me the story. Now, it's hard to tell because it's a good story, so I don't know how much was embellished, right? I can't tell you. But
just pretend it's
pretend it's not. My dad told me this story. I remember he was dying. He was cackling one morning, and he was like, dude, I was probably, what house were we in? Middle school. He was like, dude, you were running from your room to the kitchen and back. He was like, I heard something. I came out here. You were running as fast as you can back and forth between the kitchen. And every time you'd get to the kitchen, you would just bang on the table and you would just look at me. And you would just run back to your room and you would run back to the kitchen and you would just slap on the table. And he was like, I watched you do that like 5 times. And I was just like, yo, Jesse, because you have to like wake those people up out of that stuff slow. Like you can, I don't know. And so he said it took him forever to wake me up, but he just like woke me up and walked me back to my room and laid me down. I had
Did your head fucking spin around?
Yeah, I had zero recollection of that. I was like, what the hell?
Bro, that's scary. I never really thought about it. I've never sleptwalked.
Yep. It's so, dude, it is weird. It is a weird ass feeling. So like, you know, you have those, like, you just turn and you kind of wake up in the middle of the night and you're just in the living room. And you're like,
what?
And I'm like, and you just like stand up and like walk back to the room, bro.
Joke's on you, your family, you're a heavy sleeper and they would just like pick you up.
Dude, they probably could. They probably could. I'm an extremely heavy sleeper. Yep.
Yeah, me and Meg have an inside joke based on one of my talking episodes. Actually, we both had the same exact thing where like we're dreaming about something and then we'll like kind of turn over and start kind of half in the dream, like explaining or talking.
Yeah.
And so I used to work at the indoor skydiving wind tunnel, and like 98% of my job was fucking getting people to fill out like waivers, right? And this was when we first kind of started dating when I was in college working there. So naturally, like I was dreaming about like, you know, your worst nightmare is when like they missed a signature in a place.
Oh yeah.
And they're like about to get in and you're like, oh God, like they're going to die.
Yep.
And then I'm not going to have the signature in the place where it says, if I die that, you know, whatever, I'm going to be held liable. So I was like stressing out about it in my dream.
Yep.
And I just like, I guess I rolled over and I was like mumbling, and Meg's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, the forms, Meg, the forms. And she's like, what are you talking about? And I opened up my eyes and I said, think about it. And she's like, what? And then I woke up and was like, it just like occurred to me what happened. And I'm like, oh, now I realize none of what I was saying made any sense.
Think about it.
But every now and then I'll like say something, it'll be like a pregnant pause, and then Meg will be like, think about it.
Think about it.
You motherfucker.
Oh, dude. I think I've told you before where like streaming is and like chat are like my sleep paralysis demons. Like if I stream and go right to bed, I end up in a never-ending loop of thinking I'm live and that everybody's waiting on me to go stream and they can see me sleeping, but I can't wake up.
What the fuck? I've never dreamt about
this is the only thing in my life I can remember as a reoccurring nightmare. And I literally like, I don't stream nights much anymore, but when I do these like Arc Raiders came out, when I do these like 12-hour streams, 14-hour streams, when I'm going late, if it is with 100% certainty, if I go to bed too soon after stopping, that will happen. Every time. It's so weird. You know what's fucked up, bro? On Monday night, I literally ended the stream, walked down on the couch, and within 10 minutes, I was throwing up. Okay? From 10 p.m. to 5 a.m., I was laying on the couch. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw Arc Raiders, and my brain was in this like super fucked up soup where I kept falling asleep and dreaming that I was live and streaming and that I had to do something in the game to fix myself physically. And then I'd open my eyes and I would be like, that's the stupidest thing ever. You need to think about something else. And then I would vomit, and then I would just like curl up in a ball and my eyes would close and I was back. That was
fever dream. Yeah, literally.
Genuinely. I was conscious and aware of how ridiculous it was. But for 6 hours, I just laid on the couch, and every time I closed my eyes, I was in this like just soup of like the game and streaming and food poisoning.
Yikes.
It was
That's hell.
Dude.
That's hell.
I put on just like a random TV show and watched like 12 episodes of it in a row to try and just like get my brain off of it. It was crazy, bro.
I've only ever really experienced that. I never dreamt about Tarkov really or anything like that, but chess fucked with me for like a couple of months.
Really?
I got so into chess and I'd fall asleep watching like Hikaru's
yeah
like YouTube. It was this like terrible situation where when you're playing chess, at any given moment, all you're thinking about is what is the right move to play here, right?
Yeah.
But in a dream, it's completely blurry, vague, and incoherent.
Yeah.
So I'm stressing out about what is the right move, looking at a board that like seems like it makes sense, but is just, it's not a thing you would ever, it could be checkers pieces. It wouldn't. And I'm just like stressing out about what the right move is. I would like kind of half wake up and be like stressing out about what the right, like I'm in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Dude, it like fucked with me for a while where it was,
I can totally see that.
Trying to find the solution to a thing that is incoherent.
Yes.
Is like an impossible hell.
Yep. And then you just like go back to sleep and you're like back in it. Dude,
why is it never, it's never the good dreams.
It's never the good dreams.
It's never the good dreams you have. It's never the good dreams that you know, that you like go back to sleep, go fall asleep,
Yeah,
fall
get me
back into that.
there.
No,
Nope.
it's never those.
It's always that, dude. Dude.
Ever lucid dream?
Never. I
One
wish,
time.
bro.
One time.
That's so
And
sick.
I was in my front yard, just like running around, like whatever. It was like a beautiful day. And I just went, I'm dreaming.
Oh, that's
and
so
I just
sick.
flew up in the air. 1,002. Wake up. No! Bro, I flew for
That's
4
tough.
seconds.
That's almost worse than never having it.
And I've never been able to experience it again. But I had the experience of, holy fuck, I'm in a dream. And it was 3, 2, 1. Sorry, bitch. Never again.
Dude, I think I've told you this before, but like I have had fucked up dreams where the timing of like something terrible will happen. And then in the dream, I go to sleep and then I wake up in real life.
No, that's the nightmare scenario.
I had a dream. My older brother died. We went to his funeral. We went to the wake after. We came home and I went to bed early because I was so sad. And I fell asleep and then I woke up the next day in real life. I woke up. I walked to the bathroom. I started brushing my teeth and I was looking at myself in the mirror. 3 minutes had gone by and that was a dream. And I just started crying. Because for 3 minutes, I thought my brother was dead. It was so fucked up, bro. It was crazy. Like, it all made sense. I went to sleep. I woke up. It was insane.
Yeah. TOS said, I think you've either told this story before or happened to someone else I know. I
think I've told that before.
Told it before. Yeah. Because I think I told you about the story with, the little red and yellow play school cars where you like.
Yes.
And I was, they were surrounded by them in a circle and they all came.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog. Yeah. I think we had this weird ass dream
conversation before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, weird stuff, man. The brain is weird.
Oh, it was another inside joke, but that one's for me.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for coming with us on this crazy journey. What a wild episode. I love it. Thank you guys for being here. If you want even more podcast content, you can go to patreon.com/thepodcastpod. There was no episode last week. I am sorry. On Monday, I was like, hey, can we push it? Because Arc Raiders launch. And then Tuesday, I was dead. So today was kind of the first day I was feeling better. So sorry for that no episode. But we'll be back. You can get early ad-free access to these episodes and additional episodes that we film every single week over on the Patreon, patreon.com/thepodcastpod. Thank you so much to The Perfect Gene, Ridge, and Chubbies for sponsoring this episode. You guys are the best. And we'll definitely see y'all on the next one.
Toot-toot.
Don't eat spaghetti in bed.
Doodle it.